I'm Conan O'Brien, host of Conan on TBS and renowned microbiologist. Ask me anything. My latest travel special Conan Without Borders, Made in Mexico airs tonight at 10/9 on TBS. Yes, I drank the water. No, I don't think President Trump will tune in.
Before we start, be sure to like and subscribe to be the first to know about new videos. Comment your answer below.
If you could have anyone from history on your show, who would it be? Number 1, Flo the Progressive Insurance Lady. Number 2, Aristotle. If you had to pick a successor to your show, who would you pick and why? Mike Pence. Even off camera he makes me laugh Lamau. What has been your favorite game to play on Clueless Gamer so far, and why? Witcher 3, because I got to have sex on a unicorn. When that game comes out in VR, you'll never see me again. Hey Conan, I'm allergic to penicillin, clindamycin, and sulfa-based antibiotics. What type of medicine would you recommend for my next infection? You are very wise to ask me. I'm not a doctor. Next time you're not feeling well, just bite into a glow stick and suck it down. What's the most memorable moment you've ever had on your show? I met my wife while filming a remote on my show. And that's interesting moment number 28. The most interesting moment was a cooking segment with Jerry Orbach. I just watched the clip of that segment where you met your wife. It was hilarious and amazing. I hope the guy whose furniture store they were making a commercial for was invited to the wedding. Did anybody in the telenovelas explain to you why your character was a cheese seller? I seriously asked them to explain many times and they never did. I was fervently looking forward to making out with a beautiful Mexican actress and they made me a pompous asexual cheese merchant. I am honestly very angry about this. Probably because the only people in Mexico that are as pale as you are Menonitas, kinda sorta Amish cheese sellers. Hey Conan, what's the most difficult part about prepping for a show? For a show like Made in Mexico, we really wanted to make sure we struck the right balance between being funny, but also being culturally sensitive and attuned to how people were feeling there. We really did want the star to be the Mexican people, and I feel good about the result. What is the origin of the string dance? I was doing it in the office for a few years and the writers dared me to do it on the air. The rest is history. The dare is neutralized when the dare has no shame. What is the hardest you have laughed on the show? When people like Norm Macdonald, Will Ferrell, Martin Short, Charlene Yee, Kevin Hart, Bill Burr, Sarah Silverman, etc. come on, it always makes me laugh. I would love to see you in an episode of Norm's podcast if he ever decides to put any more up. What are you going to do once your hair starts turning gray? I started dyeing it when I was 15. So I'm way ahead of the curve. My true hair color is jet black, and my real name is Blizz Falcon. I'm just babbling now. We all know your real name is Chip Whitley. Did the locals in Mexico recognize you as Canando from No Chase de Pasión con Señor O'Brien? I was surprised how many Mexicans were shouting my name through their car windows. I don't know if they knew who I was before, or were just reading coverage of my visit. I was recognized more there than any other country. Except Finland. Finland's weird. Is a hot dog a sandwich? Because the bread is connected, and forms a hinge if you will, it falls under the taco classification. Ergo, hot dogs and tacos are not sandwiches. The pita, however, takes us into strange territory and demands further study. I left this exchange with more questions than answers. I think this is the best answer we've ever had to this question. No, it's a taco. Brilliant. Hey Conan, big fan. How did you become friends with Jack White? True story, I met Jack and Meg in a bowling alley in Detroit in 1999 while shooting a remote. They were part of a group of people that came over and hung out. Later, they became famous and told me they were part of the group that were chatting and drinking beers all night. I totally lucked out. Since then, I just hang out in bowling alleys looking for future rock stars. How many 4-year-olds would you kill before they killed you? I was in this scenario 2 years ago. I wounded one before 9 of them took me down and ripped the flesh from my bones with their baby teeth. Do you plan on traveling all over the world with the Conan show? I'd like to keep this going as long as I can. It's really fun, and at this stage in my career it feels like something new and exciting. I've always loved my job, but the one downside is being in the studio every day. The chance to travel and try my comedy out on people who speak different languages is a great joy.
You have been visited by Sad Cat. Like this video and subscribe to the channel to make Sad Cat happy again.